AI did not suddenly improve. The reality we are entering in 2026 is far more profound. The real shift isn't just about intelligence, it is about agency. Most people still misunderstand what actually changed. We've spent years talking to machines. Now, for the first time, we are starting to watch them work. This isn't another incremental update. This is the moment the interface becomes the actor. The shift isn't smarter chatbots, it's systems that act. It is the transition from words to deeds, and it changes everything about how we interact with technology. To understand where we are, we have to look at the progression. We started with chatbots, simple text-in, text-out systems. Then came the co-pilots, assisting us within our workflows, but still requiring constant human steering. The period between 2023 and 2025 was the foundational era. It was when the world prepared the ground for what was next. We saw the integration of large models into every application, but they were still reactive, waiting for us to speak. But in 2026, that reactivity vanished. The models stopped waiting. They began to anticipate and execute. The shift was subtle at first. Automated scheduling that didn't just find times, but negotiated them based on goals. Workflows that previously took hours of human oversight began to run in the background, autonomously iterating. This wasn't magic. It was the natural conclusion of the infrastructure we've been building for 3 years. So, what exactly defines an agent in this new era? Let's break it down. At their core, AI agents are defined by 3 distinct capabilities. The first is the ability to plan. Unlike a standard chatbot that answers a query, an agent takes a high-level goal and breaks it down into a sequence of actionable steps. It charts its own course. The second is execution. Agents don't just tell you how to do something, they use tools to perform the actions themselves. They interact with software just as a human would. Whether it's navigating a CRM, writing and deploying code, or managing a supply chain, the agent acts as the primary operator. It bridges the gap between thought and action. Finally, agents iterate. If a step fails, they don't stop and ask for help immediately. They diagnose the error, adjust their plan, and try again until the goal is achieved. This persistent focus on a target, rather than just a single prompt, is what separates a simple AI tool from a true digital agent. It is the shift from assistance to autonomy. In essence, an agent is a system that can take a goal and work toward it, unprompted and unassisted, until the job is done. This is the new baseline for software. Why is 2026 the turning point? It isn't just one breakthrough, it's the convergence of 3 critical improvements. First, reasoning. Models in 2026 have moved beyond pattern matching. They possess a level of logical consistency that allows them to handle multi-step problems without losing the thread. Second is tool usage. Previous models were isolated. Today's agents are integrated. They speak the language of APIs and interfaces as fluently as they speak human language. They are no longer confined to a chat box. They live across the entire OS, capable of reaching into any tool needed to fulfill a request. They are the new connective tissue of work. And third, persistent memory. Agents now remember context across weeks, not just minutes. They understand your preferences, your history, and the long-term goals of your projects. This context allows them to act with a level of personalization that was previously impossible. They don't just do the work, they do it your way, every time. For the first time, software is beginning to behave less like tools and more like collaborators. This is the fundamental shift of 2026. The impact of this shift is being felt across every industry. For knowledge workers, the nature of productivity has been redefined. It's no longer about manual output. It's about steering systems. A single worker in 2026 can manage an entire fleet of agents, each handling a different part of a complex project. Effort is being decoupled from outcome. Software workflows that once required dozens of manual handoffs are now fully automated. Information flows between systems without human intervention, guided only by high-level goals. For startups, this means the ability to scale with a fraction of the headcount. For enterprises, it means the ability to finally unlock the value hidden in their massive legacy data silos. But with this comes a shift in expectations. Speed and accuracy are now table stakes. The value is increasingly in the vision, the ability to define the right goals for the agents to pursue. So, where do we go from here? The most immediate change is the death of the app as we know it. We are moving toward a world of autonomous AI systems. Instead of opening 10 different apps to complete a task, you will simply state your intent. The agents will coordinate across the necessary services in the background. The UI disappears. We are seeing the rise of autonomous workflows, systems that don't just work for us, but work alongside us, constantly optimizing and adjusting. This is early-stage transformation. The friction that has defined our relationship with technology for decades is finally starting to evaporate. We are entering an era of seamless execution. The biggest change in AI isn't intelligence alone, it's the ability to act. It is the transition from a world that responds to a world that initiates. And that shift is only beginning. The models will get smarter, but the agents will get busier. This is the AI feed. This is only the beginning. Stay informed. We will see you in the next feed.